Once upon a time, there were two friends. They couldn't find work, so they decided to go away from their place to look for their fortune somewhere. They brought with them rice, and then they mounted their horses. As they went on, they got hungry. From a distance, they saw a coral reef. They got off their horses and headed for the reef to catch fish. There, they caught schools of fish, but they were very tiny. Totoon forgot his hunger. He returned the fish caught to the reef. But Bowaon got in. How will we be able to eat? He scolded. Never mind, Bowaon. They are so tiny. They will still grow bigger. They rode on their horses again. After a distance, they saw a dead man. Totoon asked Bowaon to stop so they could bury the body. But Bowaon get angry. Are you out of your mind? If somebody sees us, he will think we killed him. But we should show mercy. There's a way of finding the truth. Well, if you won't help me, then I will bury him by myself. You may go onward if you please. I will follow later. Decided Totoon. Bowaon went ahead while Totoon dug a hole for the body. Then he carried the dead and buried him. He prayed over it, then went on his journey. Bowaon could not bear to leave him, so he returned for Totoon. They therefore set out together again. Trotting along, they heard baby cries. They went towards the direction of the sound. They found hungry baby eagles in a nest. Let's stop for a while and feed the eagles, suggested Totoon. Then Bowaon saw that Totoon was going to kill his horse. Are you foolish? When they grow up, they will prey on you. Let's go on. We're already delayed. Bowaon said, Don't mind me. I pity these baby eagles. Anyway, no debt goes unpaid. Go ahead. I'll just follow. If you go on with your silly ideas, I'll not give you a ride. Threatened Bowaon. Then I'll walk. Even if I go slowly, I'll still reach my destination. Decided Totoon. After killing his horse, he fed the eagles. When they fell asleep, Totoon left. Bowaon again had returned to give Totoon a ride. Far ahead, they sighted a palace. Let's go. Let's ask the king for work, suggested Bowaon. They knocked at the palace door. They were told to enter, but since it was late, they were not granted any audience with the king. They slept in the palace. They went to sleep, nevertheless, since they were so tired from their journey. After a while, Totoon heard his name called. Rise, Totoon, and listen. In the morning, when the king calls you for breakfast, don't eat at once. On the table, you will see a pan and some cooking utensils. Sit near the pan and your future will be bright. Don't be surprised. I am the dad whom you have worried. I came to pay the favor you showed me. Everything went silent and Totoon fell asleep again. In the morning, the two friends were called for breakfast by the king. As he was told the night before, he saw a pan and some cooking utensils on the table. Bowaon sat down and just soon began eating. Totoon sat near the pen. After their breakfast, the king called them.
You, Totoon, will become my secretary. while you, Bowaon, will become my cook.
Announced the king. At first, Bowaon was glad with his work, for it meant plenty of food. He would not go hungry. But as time went on, he began to envy Totoon, for the latter was not fatigued much. He thought of smearing the name of his friend. One day, Bowaon went to the king to report that he heard Totoon say that the latter would be able to find the ring the king lost within 3 days, and that the reward will be marriage to the princess. Of course, the king got angry, for he did not say anything like that. He had Totoon summoned to his hall. Totoon protested the accusation, but the angry king would not listen to him.
Go, look for the ring, then, and if you find it, you will have the princess for a reward. But if you fail, you will lose your head.
Announced the king. Totoon did not say anything. He got a paddle and rowed far out to the sea. There, he cried his fate. Not long after, he heard a voice. It was a fish asking him why he was crying. Totoon unburdened his problem. After listening, the fish dived into the sea. When he came up, he were bringing the king's ring. Totoon thanked the fish. The king rejoiced that the ring had been found. He held a banquet. Now, Bowaon had plenty of work again. He did not like it. In the banquet, the king announced the forthcoming marriage of Totoon and the princess. Bowaon was very angry. There would be much work ahead. He thought of a plan to thwart the wedding, but it did not succeed. After the wedding, Bowaon went to the king. Your Majesty, I heard Totoon say that on the 3rd day, the princess will give birth. Bowaon said. The king got mad. He once more summoned Totoon.
Do you mean to say that you had an affair with the princess even before you got married? You scoundrel! But since you're already my child, I can't do anything. However, do what you have said, that the princess will give birth 3 days from now. If not, you will surely lose your head.
Totoon cried in despair. The princess comforted him by saying that she had talked with her father, but he continued to be comforted. After a while, an eagle came.
Don't cry, Totoon. This time, I'll help you in payment for the help you extended to my children. Get a midwife and talk to her. I'll bring you a newly born child.
Then the eagle flew away. When she came back, she had an infant, still dripping with blood. In the bedroom, the midwife acted as if there really was a delivery. When the king awoke, he heard the once of an infant. He was amazed that the princess did give birth. He forgot his anger.
It must be a miracle.